fourth grade. So first and foremost, I want to personally apologize for telling you the wrong time for our language arts today. My brain, I had a confuzzlement. I'm so sorry, and it's my fault completely, okay? Everybody makes mistakes, even your teacher. Even your teacher makes mistakes, okay? So hopefully you forgive me. This video is to help you, just in case you weren't able to make the meet. Also, if you made the meet and you still have questions or, oh, I wonder when Mrs. Bautista talked about blah, blah, blah. I'm still confused. Maybe I can watch this video and seek some clarification. So first, you're gonna need your Scholastic News. I picked up a new one, so my answers are not on the back, so I can really show you what I'm talking about. So this is what we call informational text, all right? Informational text is all information, obviously, it's informational text. The author takes the time to write these, and it gives you all of the clues. You just have to be a text detective to find all the clues. When you're first looking at something, you need to look at the pictures, you need to look at the maps and the captions of the pictures to make sure you understand what the picture is showing you and why it's relevant and why it's important. We have this little guy right here. It's already giving you a clue of what you need to be thinking about on when you're reading this assignment. You also have red font to show the headings. This is how you break up the sections into different sections on where to look for the answers. So the golden clue, you can maybe assume they're talking about gold because it's called the golden clue here. This is a great empire. This says surprise visitors. Woo! The words right here, words to know. These are 2 vocabulary words. Don't be that student that says, I already know what the word civilizations and Aztec means. I don't need to read the definitions. No, the author put it there for your convenience, okay? Take the time and appreciate the work that went into creating this magazine for you, okay? It takes 2 seconds. If you already know the vocabulary word, it takes 2 seconds to read it. Civilization is a noun, a highly developed and organized society. Done, 2 seconds. Artifacts, noun, it's plural. Art objects made or used by people long ago. Look at that. You read the definitions, and even though I already knew the definitions, I'm still appreciating the author that took the time to write these down to help me. All right? So be great learners. Now, it's important that you read everything on the page. See, words you need to know, the comics below. You can take time and appreciate the illustrations. There's no harm in that. But when you're appreciating the illustrations, it's important you read the captions because the captions will explain why the author chose to draw those items for your knowledge, okay? There's many things to read in here. It's important that you read all of the articles. Now, when you are looking here, the questions on your Google form are the same exact questions that are on the back here, okay? Now, when you're reading the questions, it's important that you read the questions. So the first one, where was Hamilton born? Well, first and foremost, I need to look at all of these, the information that the author is giving me, because the information is not just there, it's there to help me. So I need to first take a look, see how I have my red states. This is the East Coast of the United States. So these are all on the East Coast. This is the Atlantic Ocean. This is the East Coast. So these yellow boxes have important information, correct? The key here, let's see. 13 colonies are the ones that are in red, and the orange color means British territory. So this is Canada up here. The Brits owned Canada at this time. This was the British territory. And the red were the American colonies, remember? It's you need to find out where Hamilton was born. Well, it's obviously in this box for a reason, so my answer is going to be here. Second question, in which direction did Hamilton travel to get from the island where he grew up? Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can make arms crossing and show north, south, east, and west. The top of so I have it out. My right hand is up like this, then my left hand is covering it. This hand, my right hand is north. My right elbow is south. My left elbow is west. My left hand is east. North, south, east, west. Okay? North, west, south, east. Okay? So you can put your arms up like this if you're ever confuzzled on north, south, east, and west. Okay? So this is just, this is a visual representation and you physically doing it. Another thing I want you to do is I want you to find a space on this map here, and I want you to draw what you just did with your arms. So you need to draw 2 lines intersecting one another, okay? Now you need to put the initials, north, south, east, west. North, north, south, east, west. So just make sure that it's just like your hands and elbows when you're writing it down. The top, north, bottom, south. Okay? North, south, west, east. So make sure this hand motion copies the north, south, east, and west that you just drew on the map. Now that you have that, now you can answer, in which direction did Hamilton travel to get from the island where he grew up to America? So now you can answer question 2 because you have the north, south, east, and west tools. Now you're going to move on to questions 1, 2, and 3. Notice how they're green. So green, green, and green. The author didn't just do that to be cute. There's a reason for it. See how it says lost treasures? It's also in green. So you know that questions 1, 2, and 3 are going to be from lost treasure. You can find the answers on pages 2 through 3. So you will have already read the article. So now you can look at the question, and you can, what I like to do with multiple choice is process of elimination. So I'm going to read the answers, and I'm going to say, well, A says the Spanish fled from Tenochtitlan. Okay? I know that that is not correct. Okay? Now I'm going to look here, and it says the Spanish they arrived. No, that's not correct either. What I'm doing is I'm crossing out the for sure no's. Now, don't listen to me. I might be tricking you with the answers. I'm showing you process of elimination. These might be the right answer, but I'm not going to tell you either way because you have to be a problem solver, okay? I'm showing you the process of elimination. So I'm pretending that number A and number B are absolute no-nos. I know those are not correct. So now I'm gonna go to C and D. So what I'm gonna do is C might be correct or D might be correct. So I'm gonna put little dots next to it. Now I'm going to go back to pages 2 and 3 because pages 2 and 3, that's where my answers are. And I'm going to look and see if C is more feasible, that means makes more sense, or if D makes more sense. So after I'm done rereading, I'm going to go, oh, after rereading, I've decided that D is the correct answer. So this process is what we call process of elimination. So you cross out the answers that you know for sure are incorrect, and then you put dots at the end of the maybe answers, so that shows that it's maybes, and then you bubble in the one that's for sure the answer, okay? So we call this the process of elimination. Now, if we look here, see how 4, 5, and 6 are in red font? There's a reason for that. It's all going to be about Alexander Hamilton, not Alexander's World, Alexander Hamilton, which is on pages 4 and 5. So I'm gonna go back to pages 4 and 5, and all of the answers are here, okay? If you're reading and something stands out to you and you're like, wow, that's really cool or really important, go ahead and take a pen. I would take a pen, not a pencil with this, a pen, and you can underline the important things just while you're reading, just so it builds your brain and you say, oh, I'd really like to remember that. That's something that's very cool, all right? Very important. So just use your underlining skills, okay? Now, the questions are all here. The same questions that are on the back here are on the Google form. Do not, under any circumstances, rush through this assignment. You are only hurting yourself, okay? when you're looking at non-fictional text or informational text, pay attention to the pictures, the captions, the maps, the headings, the font, so the bolded font, those are key words that you need to remember. And if you don't understand what the question is asking you, you need to say, oh, well, I just read question number 2 on the back of Scholastic News. On number 2, under Lost Treasure, the green number 2, it says, which detail best supports the idea that the Aztecs built a great civilization? Well, I don't remember what civilization means. So underline the word you don't know or you can't remember. Go back to pages 2 and 3 and look. Oh, if I look in the word bank right here, it tells me the definition of civilization and artifacts. So I can reread what the word civilization means so that I understand what that word means. And then I can read the question, and the question will make more sense because I knew that vocabulary. I know the definition of that vocabulary word of civilization now than when I first read it, okay? It's okay to reread something. It's okay to stop and say, I don't really understand what it's asking me. Let me try again. Let me reread it. Let me read it out loud. Let me see if there's a word I don't understand. If you have done all those 3 things I just suggested and you're still confuzzled, send me a private message and say, I don't know how to answer number 2. Or number 2's question, I don't understand what they're asking me. So you need to take initiative like that and write me those private comments because that's why I'm here, okay? So hopefully this video helped. Again, I am sorry and I apologize for telling you the wrong time for language arts. Please watch this video. And if you watch this video, of course, there's going to be a secret word. The secret word for this video is Winston, W-I-N-S-T-O-N. Winston is, of course, my dog, my favorite dog in the world. That's the secret word to know that you've watched this video, okay? You will get extra credit. All right, bye guys.